Okay, check it. It is finally time for another installment of the most brutal jumpings in anime history too. A series of jumpings when it comes to certain anime shows or fiction as well. There is no such thing as a 1v1 at all. They will run your pockets and some will pull that Uno reverse card and reverse jump your ass. And you watching this, you're probably thinking to yourself, man, what did he do to make them niggas that mad? And if you haven't seen the first jumping video I did, go check it out for yourself. So please sit back, relax, grab your snacks and drinks because this is gonna be straight heat. So without further ado, let's get this party started. And the first jumping on the list is one of the coldest reverse jumpings in anime history. And it is personally my favorite jumping out of the entire Naruto series. And you know where I'm going with this. And that is Madara fading an entire Shinobi army. Holy fuck. What this man Madara did to this army will go down as one of the coldest yet reverse jumpings in anime history. Now, as you can see, Madara is chatting with the second Kage, and Madara is like, time for me to show these bastards who they're dealing with. So he drops to the ground, and this man is staring down an entire army right in front of him. And the Shinobi army is shitting bricks right now. And look at this lady right here praying to Jesus right now. And I'm not gonna lie to you, saying grace right before a beatdown is crazy. So the army hit the dash and Madara ran right through them and gave them the work. He punched this dude so hard his ass was tooted up. And he made this man right here a 360 no scope. And this jumping is so brutal. Look at the feet work, look at the hand work, look at the technicality he is doing to the army. And using their weapons and packing them up with ease. And this nigga Madara is the definition of a 99 overall, all maxed out. So why the hell would y'all even fight the nigga? But nah, what Madara does right here is crazy work. Bro throws the kunai, Madara grabs it, places the paper bomb on this dude, throws the kunai back at homeboy, kicks homie to everybody else, and gets a multi-kill. And this nigga is on demon timing. Hell, he even played whack-a-mole with this nigga. So he packed up with swords and started moving like he's Sonic the Hedgehog. And I'm sorry, if I ever saw this go down in the distance, I'm hitting the jets because ain't no way am I fighting that motherfucker. Then bro with the lightsaber tries to get a hit, but Madara grabs him by the neck and says, you wanna dance too, nigga? Then Madara gets blasted away by Tamari, who is a certified baddie.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
And says, don't underestimate me, nigga. And this man gets back up and dusts himself off like, don't ever mess with the drip. So he summons a fire jutsu, but it got stopped by water by 8 niggas. This man did not waste any time. He created a smoke screen and started going back to work and created fire jutsu supernovas and blast them at the army. Then Gaara jumped in, leaving Madara open, and Naruto with a big Rasengan, but Madara pulled out his Susanoo and he was like, get this weak shit off me. And he started packing them up. And this reminds me when we all played that one game with our friends who we were a level 1 and we were facing a level 100 final boss on hard difficulty. If you know, you know. So Gaara pulled Madara out of his Susanoo and Naruto throws a Rasen Shuriken at him, but Madara pulled the Uno reverse card and absorbed it. And at this point, Madara was done playing games. He said, playtime is over. It's time to end this here and now. So everyone looked up at the sky and said, ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way this is happening right now. This nigga dropped the meteor on some Sephiroth's type shit, and everyone started to hit the dash and book it out of there. Then the Kage tried to stop it. Then Gaara came to the assist, and they proceed to stop the meteor. So everyone is relieved and thought that they were safe, right? This nigga spawned in another meteor and caught thousands of bodies. And no cap, this nigga Madara is smoking that Shinobi pack for damn sure. Alright everybody, next jumping on the list is Todo and Itadori running Mahito's pockets, because this right here, ladies and gentlemen, is peak jumping. Even though I did a separate video on it, the get back my boy Itadori got on Mahito is certified, because this man Yuji has been through so much in this arc, and watching Nanami and Nabara get murked right in front of him, he had to get his get back with the help of his big brother Todo to jump this 69 guy. So after Mahito killed Nanami and Nabara and proceeded to beat the hell out of Yuji, his hand created a scythe and went for the killing blow. But Todo pulled up and made the save, and he was like, get your ass up, little bro, let's jump and run his pocket. pockets, twin. Then he gave him a speech trying to motivate Itadori, and that's when he realized by the shocked look on his face that it was time to take care of business and lock the fuck in. And he hit Mahito with a black flash, and he and Todo got into a fighting stance, and they were ready to throw hands. They started cooking this nigga and changed the scenery. They were going back. So Mahito summoned transfigured worms, but they got out of dodge and changed the scenery stage once again. Then Mahito made a transfigured train and started chasing Todo and Yuji down like Subway Surfers. What do you all know about that game? If you know, you know. But they got out of dodge, and Itadori threw a cube, and Todo hit the stance and kicked a black flash, but Mahito survived it and spammed out more cursed turds out of his mouth and covered the entire street of Shibuya like dodo turds. Then Itadori goes for a dropkick, but gets grabbed and thrown into the crater, and then he decided to risk it all. So he does a 0.2 second domain expansion and gives Todo's hand an STD, but Todo chops it off and he gets hit with a black flash for his troubles, but he ate it with the power of help of his imagination with Tadaka-chan and swapped places with Yuji, and he hit Mahito with the black flash, and Todo was down for the count. So Mahito could have a one-on-one ISO with Itadori. So Mahito turned into a Frieza-looking transformation and said, "Now I'm about to cook."
We do not care.
Oh, the plot is going to kick in hard for this nigga. Pause. So Yuji throws punches, but his body was made out of steel. Then he picks him up and slammed him to the ground and making another crater. And he beat the hell out of Itadori so damn bad. Look, his mouth even split open. So they go for their final strike, but Mahito's body ends up glitching, and it was finally over for this sick fuck. Todo makes Itadori switch places, hits a chef's kiss black flash, and sends him flying to eat dirt. My dog Yuji really had to spin the block for Nanami in the bar because of all the torment and hell he has been through in this entire show, let alone this arc. He really legit got his redemption. But before we get to our next jumping on the list, and if you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe and tap the bell so you won't miss any video I post. It's free. With that being said, let's get back to the video. Yeah, alrighty, ladies and gents, the next jumping on the list is one of the most disrespectful reverse jumpings in anime history, and that is Rimuru fading an entire army. Now, Rimuru, whether you love or hate him, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, is the best isekai anime of all time, in my personal opinion. And this nigga Rimuru knows how to get active, and what he did to the army is probably one of the coldest revenge jumping in anime history. So, after the army destroyed his block and Rimuru sees Shion dead protecting the town, that pissed off Rimuru to the max, and that right there, ladies and gentlemen, has sealed the army's fate, and they were going to be on the peak of fuck around and find out. So he pulled up and stood over their campground. He created an anti-magic barrier so no one can leave, and he was going to put these niggas on a fire t-shirt sale. He created these water sniper droplets, lined up every single one of them at a soldier, and if I'm any of them soldiers right now, I would have hit the jets and dipped out. And Rimuru was like, "This is for my fallen homies, now die, Megiddo!" And he one-tapped every single soldier in the camp, and it got so freaking bad, bodies were dropping from left to right. What my boy Franklin say?
Him, her, him, bodies! They're all dead.
And this nigga Rimuru caught approximately at least 5,575 bodies, and I'm gonna be real with y'all, he pretty much racked up at least 1,000 plus. And I ain't got nothing else to say about this nigga. This man is a slime demon. Okay, chop, moving on. Next jumping on the list is Madara running the Five Kage's pockets. So, after Madara dropped 2 meteors on the army, the Five Kage pulled up and they wanted to smoke. And this nigga Madara did not waste any time. He had murder on his mind. So they started boxing, and Madara uses Susanos and sent them flying, and he summoned fire jutsu. And bro, it hasn't been 20 seconds and the Kage is already passing the fuck out. And this nigga Madara started talking shit. He was like, "Is that all you got? Oh, I smell this bitch out here." Then Tsunade felt pissed and threw a punch, and the Kage tried to break out of his Susanoo. At least they were doing something. They could probably last 3 minutes. Look at Grandma, she's not playing around with this nigga. Then Gaara sealed him away in this ancient pyramid sandcastle, and Madara stabbed Tsunade in the gut, popped out, and said, "Y'all sealed away a clone and thought y'all did something? Ha! Don't make me laugh." Then she chops off the Susanoo, and Madara is in disbelief, and she says, I'm different. Hey, yo, bro, she is truly different indeed. So the Five Kage surround him. Likely it's a 5-on-1, but this man makes shadow clones. It gives them 5 of each, and this man said one of the most diabolical lines you will ever hear. This nigga says, would you like these clones to use Susanoo or not? Hold up. Time the fuck out, my nigga. So you telling me that these shadow clones can use Susanoo too? I would have rolled over and died, because there's no point in me fighting this broken nigga. So yeah, they were getting their ass whooped so bad, he grabbed the Raikage and put his ass to sleep. He already passed his bedtime, and at this point, the Five Kage is on their last stance and went full power to seal him away, but Madara had a Uno reverse card and pulled out the perfect Susanoo, and right about he was about to finish them off, the reanimation jutsu kicked in, and all the dead-ups are going back to the higher room, basically Valhalla, and Madara says, you know what? I don't feel like going back. So he does an Edo Tensei on himself, and he is still walking and breathing, and tells the Five Kage, you know, I have fun with you niggas, but y'all not my priority target, so I'm gonna need all 5 of you bitches to drop dead. And how did this jumping end? Right, the Five Kage got packed up. It was so disrespectful, the cameraman decided not to show it, but overall, this man Madara is a level 100 all maxed out demon. Alright, boys and girls, our final moment is possibly one of the craziest jumpings in all anime and fiction history, and that is the Viltrumites jumping Alan. Now, I know Invincible is not an anime show, but this jumping right here is so damn brutal, I had to put it on here. So, Alan is chowing down on some bugs and having a date night with his shorty because he's trying to get on some freaky timing with her, but this is where it goes south. As soon as he's going to reveal a secret to her, an explosion happens, and Alan is getting dragged into space and gets pummeled left and right and gets confronted by 3 Viltrumites, and the lady was like, where is Omni-Man, or you will die where you stand. And Alan was like, you ain't getting no info from me, bitch, I ain't no snitch, and gets punched in the gut for his troubles. And the Viltrumite shorty said, this is your last chance, tell me where he is. And Alan tells him, I ain't betraying my homie for your bitch ass, and he gets bitch slapped by this Steve Harvey looking ass Viltrumite. And Alan looks at his shorty and thinks he's gonna get active, but that is not the case at all. They jumped the hell out of this nigga while his shorty was watching him get beat up. Oh hell nah, bro. Then one of them chops his arm off, his eye pops out of his socket, and he gets punched straight through his gut, and they left him there to die. And his shorty crying watching her man get annihilated. Nah, bro, these Viltrumites are certified menaces to society. So that's going to be the end of the video, and if you made it through the end, make sure to subscribe and tap the bell for more content. And I have a challenge for y'all watching this video. If you can get this video to 1,000 likes, I will do anime jumpings part 3. And if you have some jumpings you want me to do, leave it in the comments or join my Discord in the description below. I have to drop a banger video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Naruto and Sasuke versus Momoshiki next. Road to 10K subs, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. Peace.